All right. Um, Rangers lose 6-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes in game 36 of the regular season to start 2024 off with a bang. And yeah, I mean, I easily could just, do the John Tortorella quote and just say, we suck from head to toe tonight and we got to move by. But the idiot I am is going to try to break this down. The idiot I am is going to try to stay composed and calm while talking about this game. You know, there are nights where I can admit that I might be irrational. I might be irrational at times. Tonight, I am not irrational when I say there's not one positive to take away from this game. Name me the positive. I challenge a single person. Challenge you. Name a positive. Anybody. I'm not, before I break down, I'm going to wait for you guys in chat to answer. Anybody have a positive? I want one positive tonight. From this game. Like, unrelated to standings, unrelated to anything else. I want someone to, I challenge someone to come up with one positive from this game. From this game, one positive. Who could do it? One positive. I didn't go to the game. Yeah. There you go. I did. I did, by the way. I did. I was there. Yeah. Nobody has a. Oh, woohoo! Yes, everybody. Round of applause. Round of applause. Stupid me. Round of applause. I cannot believe. In all seriousness, good for Chris Kreider. Good for him. He pissed me off tonight, though. Good for him. He pissed me off tonight still. And like the charts back up what my eyeballs told me, that he outside the tipping goal. Like no effort. No effort from top to bottom. I know people are mad at Igor. You could argue he could have had a few of those, but it's hard for me to find a way to get mad at Igor when your offense, your so-called great offense, which I was told I was irrational for saying that it was unsustainable and fluky for them to score 5 goals on 20 shots. How silly of me. I was told that this offense was otherworldly. You managed to muster 1 goal off Peter Kochetkov. Did not make him work one bit tonight. He didn't break a sweat. And a lot of that was because of the fact that what did the Rangers elect to not do tonight? What is something that they did, what they elected to not do in the Florida game that I mentioned too? That's something called forechecking. Forechecking was non-existent in this game. Instead, what did they try to do? They tried east, west, stretch pass. Nope. Can't break the puck out. Stretch pass. Oh, nope. Intercepted in the neutral zone. Carolina comes the other way. Oh, yeah. Forechecking was not a thing. That just was not a thing tonight. And it was just what, like, I just watched the Carolina Hurricanes just basically cakewalk playing defense. Like, I would say they put on a defensive clinic. No, they just straight up like made them look stupid tonight. And yeah, there was no 1-3-1 because the Rangers just didn't have it. There was no reason or opportunity to get set up in the 1-3-1. They never had a chance to, because instead of dumping the puck in and instead of actually forechecking, they thought they could get away tonight with simply playing east-west. That's what they thought. Okay. And you know what? I don't blame Laviolette often, and I haven't, but this is one where I'm going to blame Laviolette, and I'm not letting him off the hook for this game tonight. I'm not letting him off the hook. How do you not notice? How does nobody notice the east-west garbage throughout the entirety of this game and nothing happens. Nothing. You know what? They dumped the puck in a bit in the third period. Fine. If you want to say that was the adjustment, fine. But Laviolette, he's got serious work to do with this team on the forecheck in practice tomorrow. This team needs to practice forechecking tomorrow because that was non-existent in this game. Non-existent. And I don't know what to tell you. And you know, the thing that's annoying too is that it felt like they were going to get momentum after that goal, right? Felt like there was something going. They started to cook in that second period. I'm not even going to break this down really, like, you know, period by period like I normally do. They started off that second period so good, and they actually started to generate some chances, especially the second line. I mean, the second line was the only one producing offense, or at least, you know, attempting to. Stop me if you've heard that one before. But yeah, second line in particular, they had a lot of chances, but they started off that second period pretty good. They get the goal, and then you have that boneheaded mistake. Igor, I'm going to play. Oh, nope. Schneider, nope. You're going to get. Oh, no. Gustafsson, you're going to. What went on there? How does that happen? And the thing that annoys me even more is people are like, don't get mad at Schneider. Igor's got to make a decision there. You're not wrong. The thing that annoys me is how the fuck did Jordan Martinook just get left wide open in front of the net after that? Schneider had enough time to get back. Why is Martinook just right in front of the net? Why is that? And then the power play goals they let up in the first two periods. Oh, heaven forbid they break up a pass. Special teams, one of the things that's been a strength for this team all year, man, did they reek tonight? Tonight they reeked. And that's concerning. Is it just an off night, or is this going to be something that stems? I guess we'll find out. But, you know, for tonight, at the very minimum for tonight, nobody could be happy with the just horrible special teams we saw. And I get it. The refs sucked. The refs did suck. They sucked. That last goal by Bunting missed a blatant hold. Zibanejad, he got held at one point in the first period. They didn't call it. Fox and Laffy both had their sticks knocked out of their hands at one point. They didn't call anything on those. Mika got tripped at one point. They didn't call that. Barca Gudjoe just got, you know, held against the boards by Peter Kochetkov. They didn't call that. Am I forgetting any? Trying to think if I'm forgetting any. I said Fox being held on that last goal, right? I don't know. But it's hard for me, too, to blame the refs. Like, the refs were atrocious, but that's not the reason they lost this game. It's not. You have to be way better than that. And I can't really be mad at them because when the Rangers did get power play opportunities, that thing reeked. That thing smelt so bad tonight. That power play stunk up the joint. That was disgusting. I mean, forechecking was just not a thing. Winning board battles, not a thing. There wasn't a commitment to win board battles. There wasn't. Don't know what to tell you. Just, and yeah, the first penalty against Laff was piss poor. That I agree with too. Yeah, Trocheck. Did I say Laff? I think it was Trocheck actually that got his stick launched. Regardless, I mean, the power play sucked tonight though. For a power play that has been strong throughout the year, nope. Tonight they came up tiny tonight. And that really opened your eyes to some 5v5 issues, unfortunately. So that's what sucks. Yeah. And then what am I forgetting about? The fourth and the fifth goal. I mean, the fourth goal, everybody was just puck watching on that one. Chatfield just had a very easy, very clear lane to shoot there. You know, everybody puck watched. And then Martinick was just able to get a free screen in front of the net too. That was just wonderful. Then the fifth goal, Lindgren just gets flat-footed and beat by Svechnikov. He goes 5 on Igor. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, and then the sixth goal. Fox got held. They didn't call anything. Oh, well, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But, yeah, I mean, just poor efforts from a lot of guys. Poor efforts. Braden Schneider and Eric Gustafsson, man. Braden Schneider and Eric Gustafsson. I don't know what to tell you. Ryan Lindgren sucked tonight. Blake Wheeler. The guy's just not good at the sport anymore. He's just not good at the sport anymore. It's like watching paint dry, watching him move. It is. Goudreau had a bad game. I mean, no one really had a good game, if we're being quite frank here. Nick Bonino made me want to vomit watching him play offense. This team desperately needs depth scoring. Desperately. This is why people, when they're like, stop being negative, stop being mad about the offense. This is another prime example of why I get concerned. It's not being negative. I wouldn't be all pissed off and, pointing these things out and negative, if you will, if I didn't care. I do this because I care. There's no depth scoring right now. There just isn't. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Your second line didn't net a goal tonight. And what happened? What happened? Who stepped up to show for it? Okay, you got a goal from Kreider. But Panarin was out there on that one too, by the way. Not Blake Wheeler. Not Blake Wheeler. You didn't get, the third line, terrible. Here, you want a stat? Give you a stat. Give you a stat. Where is it? Because I thought I bookmarked it. Apparently not. Apparently not. From Louis Bolina. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but at Louis Bellina says, one thing before I go to sleep, there is not a single playoff team currently that you could pick 3 forwards off their team with a combined 80 plus games and has less than 7 goals combined besides the Rangers. Bonino, Goudreau, and Pitlick have a combined 3 goals in 97 games. That is historically bad. Granted, I mean, that combining their games and everything is a kind of more, nitpicking and making it look a little bit worse than it actually is. But I digress. You're still getting, you have 3 goals combined. You have three goals combined from them for the season. I get your fourth line is not going to be relied on the score every night, but there needs to be some sort of depth scoring, and there needs to be some sort of scoring boost from your fourth line at the least. 3 goals combined? One of your forwards down there, one of those forwards is making $3.6 million. He should have 3 goals alone right now at the bare minimum. 3 goals combined. And I was called stupid for saying that those 3 were not cutting it after 20 to 25 games. They just simply aren't. They're invisible out there. They're invisible. And, I'm sorry. Good. Cool. They add value to the penalty kill. Am I missing something? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe I'm just in the moment. I haven't noticed lately any spectacular penalty kill moments from those individuals. And there's plenty of fourth liners out there that could do the same thing and kill penalties and also chip in offense. And, his name's Tyler Mott. I miss him. If you didn't know, like that's, one of the best players of all time. It goes Tyler Mott, and then it goes Wayne Gretzky, and then it goes, like Alex Ovechkin maybe. Then you got Mario Lemieux in the mix somewhere there. Like I'm just throwing a list out there, but like Tyler Mott's the definitive number one. You get the point though. You need to get some depth scoring, and they just aren't getting that. They just are not getting that. And Kaapo Kakko, we were harsh on him. He does bring value when it comes to possession. Am I out here claiming that Kakko is the sole reason that their offense is lacking scoring depth and everything? No, I'm not here to say that. I am not here claiming that. But they do miss Kakko, and they certainly miss Philip Hedl. Oh, do they miss Philip Hedl? Philip Hedl on that third line would be doing miracles. But and yeah, Patrick Kane in the chat too. Didn't want that guy back though. Didn't want that guy back. Blake Wheeler is just, Blake Wheeler and Barclay Goodrow are just better players. They're better players. Okay. The thing that really annoyed me the most is, this tweet too from at Hockey Joseph 10. The last line I'm not going to read because, it says that's what separates real teams. I'm not going to read that because the Rangers could be a top team, and I'll keep saying it, if they actually show consistently and stick to their game. But it is pretty telling too, and it's pretty sad to me. Hurricanes up 5-1, still pressing, still playing. Rangers down 5-1, not showing fight. It's true. It is true. There wasn't fight tonight. There wasn't. And then you play Chicago on Thursday. This schedule lightens up. You gotta capitalize on that. Gotta. Play Chicago, Montreal, Vancouver, though, is not light. St. Louis, Washington twice. That's going to be annoying. I hate playing Washington. Seattle, Vegas. Ugh, the West Coast games. But, yeah. Carolina just like, it looked like they were playing with their food out there. They just knew that they were going to go east-west every time they had the puck. They weren't stupid. They knew. But credit to them, I guess, for still playing a very good defensive effort. But I, again, will say they need to get a hell of a lot more out of these forward lines. They need to get a hell of a lot more because this is just, it's infuriating. It really is. That first line with Kreider, Zibanejad, Wheeler, 4 high danger chances against. That lines up with the eye test. It's annoying too because like the Rangers played at least respectable defensively at points in this game, but the third period, oof. I mean, the breakouts were just brutal. They were just brutal. Breakouts were brutal. Watching them try and, force a stretch pass made me want to vomit. Watching them not get anything really on net unless it was to Kachekov's chest made me want to vomit. I just wanted to vomit. I don't know what to tell you. I wanted to vomit. And yeah. Whether you want to say it's one game or not, whether you think I'm overreacting or not, if you think that there was any positives or, there's something that was good about this game, I don't know what to tell you. You got to give your head a scratch on that one because this was just freaking infuriating and brutal. Just brutal. There was nothing acceptable about this effort. And the thing that just annoying, it feels like they just get whooped every time they lose a game. That's the thing that also drives me up the walls. Drives me up the walls. Carolina spanks them. Toronto spanks them. Ottawa spanks them. Edmonton blowing the game. Minnesota blowing the game. They get spanked or they blow the lead when they lose. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Outside of maybe they'll bounce back on Thursday. I don't know. Before we jump further into the post-game show, please be sure to leave a already. We're at 11 likes. There's almost 30 of you guys in here. I apologize again for going live late when I'm at the games. It's just how it is, unfortunately. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, turn on notifications if you haven't. All of that. All of that. All right. Let's see what you people have to say in the chat. Sure that there's really not going to be anybody too happy in the chat, but we'll see. Don't even bother to break this disorganized mess down. Terrible effort from the goaltender out to center ice. That third Carolina goal was horrific and summed up tonight's effort. Yeah, I unfortunately though was a sucker and sat here and I didn't fully break it down, but I somewhat did. Looked like the 07 to 2022 Rangers in the faceoff dot outworked all night. Yeah, that too. Faceoffs were not being won tonight. No. Yeah, I mean, Trouba was okay. If you want like someone that was at least decent. If you want someone decent, you could say Trouba. Yep, zero effort. Don't know if they'll ever get a better chance to bury Sebastian Aho than in a 6-1 game. Yeah. Stupid. Yeah, that wasn't Laugh's fault, really. It was a collision, and Laugh was just trying to skate, uh, because the puck was starting to go in that direction, and for whatever reason, they decide to call that interference. But it is what it is. It is what it is. The thing that when the third goal happened, that's when I knew. That's when I knew. Personally. Personally, that's when I thought. Yeah, you got a couple to pick from with that one, Logan. Gus and Schneider have been brutal at a lot of points this season, mostly Schneider, though. Yeah, a lot of icings tonight because the Rangers just, couldn't break the puck up they couldn't break through the neutral zone. They didn't want to forecheck. They tried to force a stretch pass instead. They tried to cheat the game at points. That's what you get. The Carolina Hurricanes did what they did to the New Jersey Devils. They saw you trying to cheat the game. They took advantage of it. That's what happened. The reliance of the east-west passes is going to keep costing them. They're just way too predictable. It doesn't help too when you have black holes like Goudreau, Bonino, Wheeler, and Schneider. Yep. All that's true. All that's true. And the east-west, I pointed it out too. In the game when they won against Toronto. That's when I first really noticed Why are they trying to force the East West so much? Why are they doing that? Why are they so reliant on East West play? That's when I first really, really opened my eyes to it. Despite them winning, I was like, something was off. And, they ended up getting a lot of bounces and they won the game because of it. Fine. Then Edmonton, similar type of deal. Buffalo, similar type of deal. Washington, less of it, but still there was, some of it at points. Florida, definitely a lot of East West. Tampa, a decent amount too. But you notice something when, they won the game, there wasn't really as much East West outside of the Toronto game. But it's like, why is it that, some games they're relying on the East West, some they're not? It doesn't make sense. That Toronto win, that was really what made me open my eyes and realize something's a bit odd. Something's a bit odd. They didn't give up 10 goals. I guess that's a positive. Yeah, the game ended and able to leave. Yeah, that was another positive. It's hilarious how you think we've figured out how to beat these bums, yet tonight we fell into their slow, boring trap. Yeah, yep, yep. Yeah, and Kreider puck watch on that goal. Both three teams of guys I know that root for have lost today. Oh yeah, they didn't get lose. They got annihilated, spanked. I can't say more than that without getting demonetized for what I would say, but you get the idea. Just think graphic. Just think graphic if you really want to. Yeah, all four of them are not good. They're not good. That's the thing that annoys me. The thing that annoys me is that they have core pieces. They just like for whatever reason they are throwing darts at the wall and seeing what sticks and just cycling in and out with what's around the core instead of getting the fits and everything. But whatever. And then if someone does fit, it's just like, yep, see you later. Frank Petrano. Ugh. Sorry. I agree. Igor needs to be better at points, but you know, I'm not going to fault him entirely for this game. Again, one goal, one goal, one, one, one on Peter Kochetkov. That's just great. What's a forecheck? Good question. Will Zach Jones get a chance after another terrible effort by Schneider? Nope. No, he probably won't. And you know what? Jones isn't a great option either, so can't even be too mad. Good on you for being able to shut the game after the second period. I sat through the entire thing at that game. At least it wasn't like the Leafs game where what was I hearing? What anybody remember exactly what I was hearing at the end of that Leafs game? Oh yeah, it sounded a little something like this. I remember that. A little bit like that. Yeah, Igor playing the puck was not necessarily the best tonight. Not necessarily the best. Um, let's see. Bag skate, yeah. Yeah, they didn't have to do anything. Rod told all of his players to just stack the blue line, yeah. Terrible effort from Gustafson Schneider, yeah. The officiating was bad, yeah. Bring back Vetrano, that'd be nice. I felt after that third goal, That third was shell shock, similar to how I felt after the Giants lost 40-0 on week one. I was there too. Hooray. Yeah, but some fans are just trash, David. Some are just trash. Not surprising. Have I thought about doing a show with Philk? You guys would be very entertaining for a final buzzer. If Philk ever wants to have me on, then yeah, I'll definitely hop for a final buzzer episode with him for sure. I'll definitely have to invite him sometime for a post game show here. I just don't know, what his schedule is like and when he's available, when he's not. But I'll definitely have to communicate with him on that and see if he'd be in on that. I would definitely go live with Phil. We did a crossover episode one time for a podcast. We're currently planning that at some point, either this month or next month, maybe closer to the deadline. We're not sure yet. And then the Stadium Series 2, he plans on having like a big tailgate. The entire Big Apple hockey crew I know wants to have a big tailgate. And we might do some live shows from the parking lot at MetLife because I'm probably going to be getting there very early for hit my mic. Probably going to be getting there very early for that game. So yeah, if Phil wants me on though for a final buzzer, that's his decision. But yeah, if he wants me on, I would definitely take up that offer. There's a difference between constructive criticism and calling the team ass. People need to realize you can criticize the team without saying they're bad. Exactly. Exactly. And again, if you think that if I thought the team was bad, I straight up wouldn't be this emotional or, react certain ways and critique them because at that point, okay, they are what they are. They're just a bad team. They're not a bad team. They're capable of being a good team. It's just the issue is that, consistency and amongst other things that, we criticize at points. And we're not saying that the team needs to go 82-0. It's some nights things just don't go your way and some things are off about your game on certain nights. But over the stretch of games, we've noticed certain tendencies, which that's where it's an issue when there's a sample size to pick from with things that could be critiqued. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I believe their value will show come playoff time. If some of them are even here come playoff time, if Pitlick and Benino are going to keep playing like this, there is not a chance. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's just wonderful. Patrick Kane. Good for him, though. Maybe he'll be back. I don't know. But yeah, why bring him back? Why? Because we have intangibles. Yeah, like how silly of us to have wanted a guy that could play top six right wing. Like how dare us? If people were concerned about the injury, fine, fine. I brought up my reasons why I wasn't worried. But if you were still worried, fine. The thing that annoys me is the people that just can't admit that they were wrong. Just admit it. Just admit it. Yeah. I'll you know, go home, see my wife Kelly, who's pregnant right now, and uh, you know, get right in the art gallery and get right in. And you know, had a had a pretty okay effort. We know we're capable of more. Could be better. We'll show it next game in Chicago, and bring our best effort. But for now, go home and paint, and then yeah, get it out there and turn it around with a good attitude. Let's say. Yeah, especially when they were losing. Why did nobody? Why did nobody do anything? Why did nobody do anything? I don't like to be that guy that's like, because I sometimes I'll poke fun at people that are like, fight them, just fight them, fight them," and they all want fights strictly, but like tonight, why did not a single person on the team get in Aho's grill, especially when they were down to like 5-1 at that point and the game was dead in the water? Somebody get in his grill. Like, come on. Yeah. 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 Well, sure. But no, like, we're being too harsh on Goudreau. He's here to, play good defensive hockey, not chipping goals and, do both. No, you just paid for that. Paid for that. Paid for intangibles. Yeah, no, no. Like ignore the metrics. They've Stanley Cups. Those doesn't grow on trees, even though, for Nick Bonino, he was how old when he won Pittsburgh? And then Goudreau just seems to regress as the years go on. This is by far the worst year for Goudreau, though. Like, I just want to know uh, how it takes to beat the East West garbage out of the team. It happens every 3 out of 4 games. The result is is infinite. I can't talk and read. The result is infinitely better when we play North South. So why play this way, man? That's a good question. I unfortunately can't answer that one. I wish I could. I don't know. I don't understand it either, though. It just seems like some nights they aren't willing to work on the forecheck and work for their goals. Edstrom would be great for another game. I think Bonino left late in the third period. I don't know if he came back, but I at least don't remember at least. But yeah, and yeah, Brzezinski's been invisible lately. He had his like 1 week insanity run, and it was great. But yeah, when I saw D'Angelo scratch, I wasn't surprised, but I was getting into those grill instead. But that died down because the crowd just in general had no life to it after the fourth goal. Everyone knew. Everyone knew. Yeah, I guess Panarin close to 100. If you want another positive, super excited for the Stadium Series hype house. Yeah, it's gonna be friggin' chaotic. It's gonna be so chaotic. The amount of no, Tarasenko scored. The amount of videos that we're gonna try to record in that small sample size too is gonna be tough, but it will be worth it. Yeah, the whole point is that you'd move Goudreau if you wanted to bring Kane back at that point, but now they can because it looks like Heedle's not going to be back. So Smash had 2 for 10 on draws tonight. Great, my number one center. Don't worry, we got to watch Brendan Lemieux get an assist, and he almost scored. I wanted to vomit. I wanted to vomit. Just unacceptable. Just a lot of unacceptable play. But we move on, I guess. We move on. They have to move on to Thursday, where they play Chicago. Connor Bedard, his MSG debut. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I might be going with Big Apple Hockey in their tailgate. I suggest bringing a tripod if you want to do some sort of live collab in the parking lot. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a lot of equipment. I don't know, like I want to bring cameras, but they'll probably die, to be honest. I'll probably die if I do. I'd have to find my way with that, how to work that. But yeah, I'm gonna bring my laptop even too, and um, bring bring a lot of equipment for that, so we could do some live stuff out there. Yeah, and Mark doesn't know yet, but and we'll keep it a surprise. But yeah, Mark will be surprised with this unless he watches this. Top 5 trade targets. Besides Chikrin, Lindholm. No, it is in no particular order. Lindholm, Mangiapane, Kane. I really gotta think about that one. Like those are the three. Like those three, I really, really. Nick Foligno. How could I forget my guy Nick Foligno? That's like one of the best players out there. Of course, no one better. Who's better than Nick Bonino? Nobody. No, or Nick Bonino. Why did I say Nick Bonino? Ill. Nick Foligno. I pulled a Sam Rosen, what he would do if both of them were on the same team. I'm tired. Holy crap. And then Sprong. Sprong. I should just leave this here. I should just leave this here. I shouldn't even take this comment down. There's no point. It's never good when Lemieux has as many points tonight as Gaudreau has had in his last 16 games. Oh boy. Oh boy. Brendan Lemieux. Brendan freaking Lemieux. Yeah, I'll have to bring a lot of batteries, but sometimes they just die on their own too. Like, that's what's annoying. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I got like I always have equipment for my phone too. I bought like these mini mics that plug into my phone if anything needs to be utilized from that. I have to figure out all the equipment I need for that. I might have to buy some stuff too, but that's going to be chaotic. That is going to be funny and chaotic. Live layup talk is going to be the funniest thing. It's going to be the funniest thing. But I'm going to wrap things up here. I appreciate every single one of you who tuned in for the full 40 plus minutes for this one. Really do. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to leave a like if you have not already. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 2K subscribers. I really would appreciate that. And yeah, Thursday, they play Chicago. Hopefully they bounce back. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go Rangers.